but the Milwaukee Bucks shoot 50% in the first half. And the Greek Freak scores 19 in the half. And it's a double-digit Buck lead. Fear the deer indeed. 64-51. American Express halftime report. Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny.
We're not fearing the
Chuck.
deer. This is a big night for me. The Phoenix Suns up 22 on the Celtics. I know we won that game. I had a victory cigar.
Well, we'll show you a little bit of that in the second segment of halftime. Didn't exactly come out the Suns' way. American Express teammates from the first half at Oracle Arena in Golden State. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton combining for 29. Chuck, I know you'd ask where the other 40 points going to come from. Bledsoe's got 12. Pat Connaughton's got 13. 5 each for Brogdon and Ilyasova. That's 35.
That was going to be to the key to the game because they scored enough points.
Yep.
I mean, the Warriors going to score 110, and you got Middleton who's terrific, and you got Giannis. And the other guys are playing fantastic tonight.
Yeah, two highest scoring teams in the league. The Warriors 124 a game. The Bucks 120. Let's talk about those guys we saw on the graphic as the teammates of the first half.
Yeah, the Golden State Warriors, they are the juggernauts of the NBA right now, but we just love to see guys compete. As a young player, this is where you make a name for yourself. We all know the 1-2 punch from Milwaukee. It's Middleton and this guy right here, Greek Freak.
Oof.
That's right, big dog. We don't want you shooting jumpers. Run people over, throw it down. And right here, Chris Middleton, he's the other scorer. He can do this. He's saying right now, you can't guard me, little man. And I'm playing against Golden State. They got all these superstars. I'm going to make a name for myself.
He's so
know everybody's watching the game. We know the arena's sold out. Let me make a name for myself tonight. But again, the question is, who are we going to get other scoring from? And right now, the rest of the team is playing well, but the 1-2 punch from Milwaukee, they have to continue to lead the way.
On the Golden State side, Klay Thompson leads with 15. Curry's got 8. Durant has got 8. Curry 0 for 3 from deep. The Warriors playing without Draymond Green tonight, Jet.
Without Draymond Green, you know, basketball's a game of inches. And if you don't have those inches in space sometime, it doesn't matter if the guy's maybe not your best player, but he affects the game. Are you about to run, Ernest? Who started, before you run, who started for, was it Damian Jones who started? Yeah. Oh, I got you, Ernie. I got you, Ernie. So he started for
move in the book, Ernie.
I wasn't going to run anyway. You know me better than that.
But the overall, this is some of the continuity that we talked about.
Go on the screen.
How things change. So as a shot goes up, and here it is, and you got the rebound position, and there's everyone's rebounding. Typically, this would be a pass to Draymond. He looks, frees it there. Klay Thompson looked, because he typically would hand it off to Draymond, and he would run the point. But now Andre Iguodala's in the game as well. Okay, you run the point, and now I'm trying to get into my spacing. And then when you're setting these spacings, and here's Damian Jones coming over to set this pick as Klay Thompson is coming out, and this is typically a shot because he didn't set a great screen. And you know what? Freeze it there, Shaq. I'm going to Golden State. I'm going to Golden State, baby. I'm going. I'm in the Bay Area, and I see Coach Bud brought his whole staff here. Look, Darvin Ham. I used to play with Darvin Ham. But anyway, I'm going to let you know. You see, if you look at Lopez right here, he's not guarding him the same way if it was Draymond Green. Because if Draymond Green was setting this pick, my man Lopez would be a lot closer because he knows he's a shooter. So when you set that pick and when the play develops and all of a sudden you have Damian right here wide open, you don't have to guard him at the three-point line the same way you have to guard Draymond Green. So you get me out of here, and it separates. It makes a whole different play as it develops. This shot that's open is not open, and now you're in great rebound position. But you're Golden State. It doesn't matter. You're good enough to get it back to the shooter. Bang, and we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't matter sometimes, even when he's not on the floor. But most of the time, see y'all later. Most of the time, it does matter because Draymond Green, he creates the inches that makes the space for the great players.
Chuck, want to weigh in on the first half here, kid?
Giannis is dominating the game. The Warriors are trying to play defense on him, and he's actually making the players around him better. The other players just really stepped up. But the Warriors, man, they're the best third-quarter team in the league most nights. They like to play around and see just how much fun they can have in the second half. But this will be a big win for Milwaukee.
Golden State has trailed at the half only once this season, won that game. And we'll have more. Charles White got a little too confident with that victory cigar.
Hey, Chris, I know the Phoenix Suns were up 22.
There's no way they lost.
There's no way my Phoenix Suns lost.
We'll show you when we come back. The 500 mark tonight. Thunder lost their first 4, but have won their last 6. PG and company ready to go. Our Thursday night doubleheader starts at the Peak in OKC. Me intently watching the final 5 minutes of Bones on TNT before the NBA.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Thank you, Steve Carell.
The gift was just Carell.
I do know what that.
He doesn't know what a gift is.
The
Thinks it's a Christmas gift.
Rockets and Thunder called by Marv Albert, Chris Webber, and Roz Gold on Woody, and then the 8-2 Bucks meet the 10-1 Warriors. Kevin Harlan, Reggie Miller, and Kristen Ledlow have that one covered. Here in Atlanta Studio J, TNT NBA tip-off presented by Auto Trader, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley. What do you
Just came from the prom, huh?
It's sharp, man. You look sharp.
Yeah.
Black on black on black.
Keep them coming, Chuck.
I tell you what, boys, really black.
Oh, see, that's come on, man.
Yeah, keep them coming.
How you doing, Shaq? You doing all right?
I'm doing
So what they
fabulous.
sell your suits at? J.C. Penney?
You
Yes.
said Jock.
Jock Panay?
Oh, Jack.
Yes.
Got yours coming, too.
Wait.
They're coming. Relax.
Hey, man, first of all, you know what? I think
They're coming.
we had a conversation, us 3 guys.
Yeah, we did.
You can't be giving us gifts out of stuff you endorse. It doesn't come from the
First
heart.
of all, I don't endorse. It's Shaquille O'Neal suits. I'm not an endorser. Let's just get that.
But you can't give us stuff that you get for free.
I own the
Sure you
company.
can.
I own the company.
Sure
Chuck.
he
What
can.
you talking about?
No, you can give us stuff that you
Oh,
get for free.
this is my company.
But when you
I get-
only
no.
give us stuff that you get for free, that's when we question you.
First of all, I own.
You don't give us anything else.
Thank you.
There was no defense.
It's
There
not
was-
the fact that we don't like the stuff that you.
You gave last year. You gave us a Ring doorbell for Christmas.
And it's great, by the way.
But I had to take that out of my inventory.
No, so,
Yes.
no, you did.
Nothing is free.
How did we get on this
Inventory.
anyway? How
We're
did we
talking
get
about
on
his, he got a prom date later.
when we got the, well, still made no sense. The Rockets and the Thunder coming up, and our Auto Trader player comparison, comparing Carmelo Anthony to himself last year with the Thunder.
That's unfair.
78 games, he started them all, and he has started 2 games with the Houston Rockets, and you see the numbers so far. But okay,
About the same.
yeah, worth looking at. How's it working out in Houston now?
Well, you know, when I look at Carmelo, I still think he's a very good player if he changes his lens of viewpoint. And what I mean by that is, I know that he said he's struggling with coming off the
It's
bench.
challenging.
It's a challenging. Instead of saying, you know what, his lens has to change and say, there's no second unit guy, if I got the ball 10 times, can stop me more than twice in any team in the NBA. So then he's embracing what he is great at. But if you still think, man, I'm not a starter, and you're looking at it through that lens, it does affect the fact that there are no second unit guys that can guard Carmelo Anthony on a consistent basis. I'm sorry. In any team, anywhere. So he is not the Carmelo Anthony of the Denver Nuggets, or maybe even not the New York Knicks, but there isn't a second unit guy that can guard him. Embrace that, because the way the Rockets play is too, guys, he's still getting the same amount of shots. So he could just embrace that many amount of shots because the Rockets
You
play
know what,
faster.
Kenneth? You make a
but
good point. You're just wrong.
Why can't he embrace being a second unit guy?
He has to embrace it.
That's what I just said.
No.
So we're right then.
But he refuses. Like last year when they says, hey, when
but
you
that
come
has
off the
nothing
bench,
to
he
do
just
with it
started.
either.
I said
Yeah,
no.
let you make your point.
Listen, my last year in Houston, I went to Coach Tom Janovich because I knew I couldn't play anymore. I said, Coach, I'll come off the bench. I'm going to give you everything I got coming off the bench. At some point as a player, you're not the same guy. Like Shaquille O'Neal is one of the 5 to 10 greatest players ever. In Orlando, no, not in Boston and Phoenix. That's as a great player, you have to change your mentality. You're not the same guy.
But
and listen, Carmelo's a great guy.
Listen, the unfortunate thing for Carmelo and Charles, me and you went through this. He's had such an illustrious career. That's how he's going to be judged, no matter what.
Yeah, but Shaq,
finish.
if you're still gonna play, you just have to change your mindset.
Change the lens. And that's what I'm saying.
He's not going to change his game. He's not going to change his mindset. His only problem is rhythm. Because he just like me and you, he's used to getting the ball every time down. The ball comes to him. Right now, coming off the bench, running up and down without getting the lane, he's never going to be able to find that shot. Not in rhythm. Every now and then he'll have a pretty big game, but like I said, the unfortunate thing is he's going to be judged for what he's done in the past.
think guys.
Yeah, but Shaq, first of all great players are judged what they did in the past, but you have to live in the present. And right now he has to say, hey, you know what? This is James, Chris, Clint Capella. They're the top players. When they give me the ball, I'm going to make something happen. Like I might run up and down this court 10 times and only touch it one time. As a player, you have to accept that.
That's changing what, Shaq?
Changing the lens.
Changing the
But
lens.
until this time, he's never admitted that.
But he is still damn good up the second unit.
And shooting 48% off the bench.
Oh, yeah, listen, because guys can't guard him in the second unit.
Russell Westbrook not playing tonight for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've won 6 in a row. They're 5-2 when he plays. They're 1-2 when he doesn't. They will try to keep that winning streak going tonight against the Houston Rockets.
Come on, man.
You don't like that?
I do not like that at all. You like that? Won't you? I'll tell you what, if you want it, I'll get that outfit for you. You're like, hey, man, what did I tell you about going out in public without your damn shirt on? This dude, you got too much confidence, dude.
When did you talk to him at y'all?
When we went to Oklahoma City.
I had a meeting together.
no,
you did.
I'll go to.
24 minutes in the books out there at the Peak in Oklahoma City. No Russell Westbrook, but Paul George is there, and he's got 17 in the first half. And the Thunder, looking for their 7th straight win, have a 59-45 lead over the 4-5 Houston Rockets, who have not been over 500 so far in the early going. It is the American Express halftime report. Ernie Johnson. Chuck's down there. What are you doing?
I'm taking a picture of the Suns got a lead. I haven't seen that often.
Wow, yeah. They're on top of the Celtics, 11-3 early.
I don't see that often, Ernie.
That is amazing.
It is. It won't last long, America.
Close to a double-digit lead. Kenny's here. So is Shaq. And we have the American Express teammates with no Russell Westbrook out there. Paul George and Steven Adams getting the job done. George, as we already mentioned, with a 17 in the first half. Steven Adams with 11. Got a couple of boards, a couple of dishes, hit 4 out of 6. And above all that, he is the subject of Shaquille O'Neal's first half pictures.
What I love about Steven Adams, he's the ultimate role player. Kenny, Chuck, you know this. He never complains.
I don't know this, too.
I've seen him post up a lot of times, never complain. He's going to set pick, whatever play you call, he's going to run it. But I like this right here. When you get a little man switching on you, Chuck, what do?
Kill that barbecue chicken.
Kill that barbecue.
Get this little guy off of me.
Take your time. You go to work, you pump fake, and you throw it down. Whenever you take care of the big dog, you let him eat. He will do stuff like this for you. Offensive rebound, he's going to do that anyway because he never complains. But I love his game right here. He said, oh.
Get this little guy off of me.
Hey, Barbie, take your time.
Barbecue chicken.
Boom, boom, fake, elbow him in the
get
chest.
him out the way.
Ref ain't going to call it. Shoulder jump hook. That's what I like. Real big man game right there.
That is some of the most enthusiastic Shaq tape breakdown I've ever seen.
Because you know why? Because I like to see big guys play like big guys.
And you like to see big guys use some muscle and not get called for.
The elbow right there, boom. Ref ain't going to call it. Jump hook him to death.
Hey, Chuckster, I know Harden's missed 3 games. Paul's missed a couple of games. Eric Gordon missed a couple of games. But still at 4-5, is that a surprise to you, the way the Rockets have come out of the gate?
Not a surprise. I mean, first of all, I think they'd be 6-3, a little bit different. But tonight is a perfect example why they missed Luke Mabute and Trevor Ariza. Because Trevor Ariza would make Paul George have to play defense on one end, and he can guard him on the other end. Those weaknesses are going to show. That's why I think the Rockets, who do it, Daryl Morris and Tad Brown, do a fantastic job. They got to make a trade. They're not going to beat the Warriors. They're not going to beat the Nuggets. I'm not sure they can beat OKC healthy if they're healthy. Losing your 2 best defenders, no team can overcome that, Ernie.
Melo, by the way, in the first half, 0 for 5. The Houston bench with 3 points, all coming from Gary Clark. They ranked 28th in the league in bench points, too.
He played for the Redskins, didn't he?
They trail 59 to 45.
Know
What
your
did you,
sports.
what did you think of what you saw, Jet?
Hey, my man Ricky Sanders, Art Monk.
Well, I think I'm not gonna run to the board.
Okay.
We're gonna go on the screen in the second game, for sure. I'm letting everyone know.
And what does that? And
Because
what does that,
the only reason.
What does that tell us for this?
Because last week Chuck asked a question about what was the difference between coaching and criticism. To me, I'm looking at what is competition and continuity.
Oh.
Because
Nice.
Wow.
what happens is
Water's getting deep over
it's
there.
getting deep. I'm getting deep. But I just think about, if you look at Oklahoma City, there is competitive fire between Schroeder and Russell Westbrook. But there's a continuity, understanding, accepting his role. We talked about what Carmelo has to do for Houston.
And seeing through a different lens.
And seeing it through a different lens and seeing life through a different lens. And so Schroeder could say, man, I was in the starter in Atlanta. I was on the verge of possibly being this great young player. Or I could come in here and accept what I'm doing and be part of the continuity. And then all of a sudden, I thought when he did that, then the rest of the team, he's able to get them at a pace that everyone is comfortable playing at. And it's honestly, I will give him a lot of the credit because the pace that they play at is very similar. Even though he's not as good as Russell Westbrook, the continuity has been accepted, and he's still competitive. It doesn't mean he doesn't want to be on the floor, but he's competitive, and I think that's the difference of this 6-game winning streak. There's a healthy competition doing the continuity.
And he steps in and scores a season-high 28 in their last win when Westbrook was out.
I would venture to say he's the best backup point guard in the NBA.
He is a backup just because he started in Atlanta.
That's
he's the best in the NBA.
But I'm saying
you got to accept it.
But see, Ken, I think the big
Your analogy was close,
what
Kenny.
people don't understand is I look at players in two lenses. There's 5 guys who are superstars.
Correct.
Everybody else either a starter or a reserve. Dennis Schroeder is a good player. Like all NBA players are good players. But to me, he might be the best backup point guard in the NBA. He understands his
Over
role.
Terry Rozier or between them two?
That's
Right there.
That's right there. And also, Sam Presti did a fabulous job. The kid Diallo from Kentucky can play, but the biggest pickup, in my opinion, is that kid Noel Nerlens. First of all, I don't know why some people name their damn kid Nerlens. That's just a crazy name. But that kid is a rebounding machine. He's unbelievable. Why don't you name your kid Nerlens?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So do you have him as the best backup point guard or maybe the best?
Here, Terry Rozier.
I think that the difference is Rozier.
Who's the best?
Who's the best?
better?
Answer the question.
Who's the best backup point guard in the NBA? I'm putting it down.
Schroeder.
I'm going to go Rozier, only because he did it when the lights were bigger.
Yeah, but the problem,
Lights were bright
but
when
see,
he
the
did.
problem is, Kenny, I'm not sure Rozier knows he's a backup yet.
Exactly.
That's the difference. He
point,
still
Chuck.
think he's a starter because you know he reminds me of Reggie Jackson.
Chuck's call for taking that picture of the Suns lead. Hey, you know what the score is now? 15-5, Phoenix with the lead over Boston.
You want to bet, Ernie? I'll give you the.
No, that's okay. I think I'm just good with the Georgia-Auburn bet this weekend. Thank you.
War Eagle.